So what is the strategy if it deteriorates in Europe? Do you cut more, or do you blow out the surplus target and say we'll get there later?
Well, I wouldn't want to speculate on that overly today. I think we've got a track record that's proven that we can alter to the circumstances that we face. I think New Zealand certainly is in a vastly stronger position than it was back in 2008 when we became the government. But ultimately, I don't think we would, if we were required, tremendously change our spending patterns. What is more likely is that we'd have less revenue. That would be the impact of an economic slowdown.
I guess New Zealanders would want to know that the big policies, the interest-free student loans, working for families, KiwiSaver, the ones that you haven't really touched in a big way, would they be on the table if things get considerably worse as they could?
Well, that wouldn't be my intention as I stand here today. I mean, what would be more than likely to happen would be there'd be an economic slowdown which would slow down the tax revenue we've got, and we might bridge that for a bit longer. But, I mean, overall, we've been very reluctant to aggressively go after those areas because we think New Zealanders rely on that. We think we've done the right thing. I also think if you look at the amount of new budget spending we've had in our 4 budgets, I think as I said last week, it adds up to 700 million, and if you contrast that to Labor, theirs was about 20 billion.
So if you're going to push down... Surplus target, that's a good point.
Sorry?
About trading off the surplus target 2015. I mean, it seems to be quite locked in stone in the last year, all the talk about your government. Would you be happy to push it back another year if things...
I wouldn't be happy to push back the surplus target if that was a situation that resulted in, because of a significant global slowdown, that might be beyond our control. I don't think there'd be a point of cutting just for the sheer sake of it. But equally, the government's been very focused on trying to get back to surplus, and I think for very good reason. I mean, if you look at if there is further weakness in Europe, following the prescription the National League government has is absolutely the right one. We want to be on that list of countries that is seen as a good risk. That's exactly the position we're in at the moment. Our bond yields are coming down. It's cheaper for New Zealand to raise money, and it's cheaper for our companies and individuals to raise money. And the last thing we'd want to do is abandon that target unless we really had to.
Well, if it's so cheap for us to raise money, then why not just raise a little bit more? We're one of the most favourable nations in terms of our bond yields.
That's right, but we have high levels of private sector debt. We've made considerable assurances to the rating agencies that we intend to get back to surplus by 2014-15, and I don't think it's in New Zealand's best interest to be borrowing money unless we absolutely need to.
Earlier today that getting back to surplus by 2014-15 wasn't necessary if it was going to...
Who said that?
Kieran Curry at Standard & Poor's.
Oh, Kieran Curry, yeah.
He said that if it was going to be at the risk of slowing down growth in New Zealand, it wasn't worth doing.
Well, that's what I've always said. I mean, I think we're on track to do the right thing. I've always said, as I said at the start of the year, that there's some flexibility there if we absolutely needed it and the global situation demanded that. But I don't think that's the situation we're facing at the moment. I mean, I can't be sure the way things will unfold in Europe. But I will say we've been at this sort of situation before. We had it with the inability to renegotiate the new debt ceiling in the United States. We've had it in Europe late last year. Of course, things could get a lot worse, but equally this may be yet another storm that blows over.